If you show up to a party with wine in this, like, now I of course have hat head, but that's okay. If someone buys this, they are investing in their future. Brittany here from Just Be Crafty. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, thank you so much for coming back. Today's video is all for you makers out there who make items to sell either in a shop or in an in-person market. So to help, I have 10 quick and easy knit and crochet items that will be perfect to restock your shop. And of course, as always, I've made a blog post that has links to all of the patterns in one place. So if you just go down into my description box, you can click on the link, and when you get there, make sure you bookmark that blog post so that way you can reference back at it whenever you need it. And one quick disclaimer, I do want to mention all of the patterns in the video are mine, and I do extend permission for you to sell items made by my patterns. You know, if you go elsewhere and you find other patterns by other designers, they may not allow that same permission. So if you don't see whether or not you can make an item for resale on, another designer's website, you definitely want to make sure you reach out with them to ask permission. And while I do allow you to resell items you make from my patterns, one thing to know is you cannot use my photos for your online listings. So if you want more information on the do's and don'ts of my pattern permissions, please check out my webpage. I'll have that linked in the description box below. There's a couple factors that you want to look into when selecting patterns to stock your shop, and that first is simplicity. You want to find patterns that are super simple in construction because remember, you're going to be making the same item over and over and over again, so you don't want to complicate things with a complicated pattern and a complicated design. Make things easy for yourself and find a simple design. The next two factors kind of go hand in hand, and that is to make sure that the pattern uses a large knitting needle set or a large crochet hook. And I would recommend a pattern that uses yarn that is either a medium 4 worsted weight or higher. It's really just common sense. The thicker the yarn, the bigger the needle, the bigger the crochet hook, the faster your item is going to come together. So it's definitely something you want to look at in patterns when you're looking for things that you want to make for your shop. Next, you want to think about how much time is this project going to take me. You want to make sure that you can make something from start to finish in a relatively short amount of time because once again, you're going to be making these items over and over and over again. So my rule of thumb is you probably want to pick something that takes at max an hour and a half, or better yet, less than that, just because we only have a certain amount of hours in a day. For example, you want to try to find something that you can make from start to finish in maybe an episode of your favorite show. Let's say you watch 2 episodes of your favorite show every single night. So over the course of 7 days, if you make something during those hours that you watch your show, that could be 14 items or more depending on how much you watch TV, or less. But anyway, that could be anywhere from 7 to 14 items that you have at the end of the week that you can put in your shop or save for your next market. Next, you want to pick something that are good gifts or are basically just crowd pleasers. A lot of times when people are looking in Etsy shops or online shops or going to markets, they're looking at stuff that are either seasonal that they can put up, during the holidays or fall time, or they're looking for gifts. It might be good to keep in mind to have stuff in your shop that general people would like. Hats for the family, mittens for the family, home decor, items that are just easy to give as gifts. Those are my recommendations when you're going through to select a pattern. And the 10 patterns I'm sharing with you today definitely encompass all of the things I just talked about. I have 5 crochet patterns that I'm going to share with you first. And the first are seasonal items, and that are these cute crochet pumpkins. They're relatively small and they're both made with a thick yarn. The fun thing with these pumpkins is that you can use different weights of yarn to achieve different textures and colors, and putting them all together in a set looks so cute. And so this one is made with a number 6 super bulky weight yarn, and then this one is made with a number 5 bulky weight yarn, and they just look so cute together. The construction is incredibly simple. You basically just make a rectangle of half double crochet ribbing, and then you cinch up both of the sides, fill it with some fiber fill, and you're pretty much good to go. You know, top it with a cinnamon stick, put a little bit of twine on it, and these are so cute. People love these, and I think if your shop was stocked with these as well as, you know, a market stall, I think that these would sell out for sure. Next up is the twisted ear warmer. So let me show you. I wrote the pattern for these in 5 different sizes. These are my original samples. This is the one that's received the most love. I wear this on my walks that I go on when it's cold outside. I love this. These are made in 3 different sizes. I believe this one might be either a women's small, or a teen. This one is, I think, adult large, and then this one is the child size. And like I said, I wrote the pattern for 5 different sizes, and the nice thing about it is it's also super customizable. You essentially just make a foundation chain the same circumference as your head, or I believe it's like an inch less. I have those instructions in the pattern, so you can totally find it there. But once again, this is made with a bulky weight yarn, so they work up super fast. Construction is super simple. I have a video tutorial that guides you through how to do the twist. It's not complicated at all. It might take you a couple tries to get started at first, but it's incredibly simple. And these are known to sell out. I've been told by multiple people who have made these for their market stalls that they've been sold out. So if you don't already have this pattern saved, make sure you do, and whip up yourself some of these in multiple sizes, and your customers are going to love them. Next up are these Crochet Chunky Hats. These are so much fun. They're super warm, and they're perfect for the entire family, mom, dad, kid, aunt, uncle, niece, whatever. These are perfect for the entire family. I wrote this in 3 different sizes. So this is adult large, adult medium, and then this is the small or the child size. But once again, I do have customization instructions in the pattern. This one has a video tutorial as well. And actually, so do my pumpkins. I don't think I mentioned that. But these ones are fun. This is the one, the medium is what I usually wear. I wear these all the time. I'm probably going to have hat head, but they're just super cute. They're super fun with the pom-pom. You totally don't have to do the pom-pom, but these are made with a number 6 super bulky yarn, and it's just made with a ribbing, and they work up so fast. These will definitely go in your shop like hotcakes. Now I of course have hat head, but that's okay. Next up are my crochet coffee cup cozies. These are little cozies that you slip on a to-go coffee cup, like a Starbucks or, you know, wherever you get coffee. You just slip these on the cup, and then you can hold it, and it's of course complete with a cute little button, a cute little wooden button. And these fit all of your standard to-go cups, you know, all your basic Starbucks coffee cups this will fit on, which is pretty universal. So these are really great. Anyone can use them, and they're just so cute. These are super simple in construction. You just basically work in the round for just a few rows, and you have yourself a cute little coffee cozy, and then at the end you add the little button detail with some embroidery floss. And honestly, you could probably whip up about 3 of these in an hour. So, you know, you could sell them as a set, you could sell them individually. I really think that this would be a really great addition to your shop and your market. Lastly, for my crochet items are my Crochet Mini Basket set. Unfortunately, this morning I've been looking through my office and I can't find them. I don't know what I did with them, but I will have a picture up here on the screen. These are one of my favorite projects that I've ever made. I don't have a video tutorial on it yet. I need to do that, but these are so fun. And with organizing being so popular right now, these are super cute. So I mean, you can use them as a drawer organizer. You could put them on your nightstand to store your chapstick, your bobby pin, your hair tie, just all those little items that can kind of just create like a little mess around you. You know, just contain them in a little mini basket, and you can have them, you know, all over the house. But you can make, you know, I have all sorts of different sizes. You can make little sets and sell them as a set. You can make a whole bunch of one size and only sell those. You know, the possibilities with those are really endless, and they're so cute. Okay, and so next up I have 5 quick knits for you to add to your shop as well. The first one I'm going to talk about is the cotton candy scarf. So this is a super fun, simple garter stitch scarf but it's made a little bit more interesting with this little eyelet detail. We just basically added some simple eyelets and some basic decreases to create this eyelet look. So it just adds a little bit of interest to it, so it's not just plain stockinette stitch, although that can be beautiful too. But it just makes the scarf just that much more fun. And it's made with a number 6 bulky weight yarn. It's made with Lion Brand's Wool Ease Thick and Quick. So you know this works up super, super fast. You could probably get this whole scarf done in about an episode of Downton Abbey, maybe an episode and a half. So this once again, super quick, super simple, super fun. Okay, next knitting project is my wine bottle sweater. This is super near and dear to my heart. This is the very first sample I made of it many years ago. I don't quite remember. I think it might have been from 2013 that I made this. Yeah, I think it's from 2013, 2012, somewhere in there. This is just such a fun project. I think that these make for really great gifts. So you just slide your wine bottle in here and it just looks super cute. And you know, this is my first sample. This is from so long ago. I did make an updated version of it. The pattern is still the same, but I did do a video tutorial on it, but I updated it with, it has a nice cream color and then some wooden buttons. So you can kind of update it a little bit, but you could totally, you know, make it fun, you know, like this one with the lime green buttons. But this is probably the most complicated pattern, and by complicated, it's really not complicated at all, but this is probably the most involved design that I have in today's video. But it's not difficult. Even if you've never done cabling before, this is a good pattern to try it on, and it's worked completely in the round. You just work it in a tube in the round up until you get to the collar part, and then you just work back and forth in 1x1 ribbing to create this little popped collar for the top of your wine. It's just, people love these. They make really great gifts. People can pick them up from your shop, and then the next time they are going to a party or, you know, have some sort of gift that they want to give someone a bottle of wine, they just slip the wine in here and it just looks super cute. And I'll tell you what, this is for sure a conversation starter. If you show up to a party with wine in this, like, it's gonna start a conversation. Next up are these seed stitch dishcloths. This was one of my first patterns, if not my first pattern. The wine bottle sweater too, and those were two of my first patterns that I wrote, so they are very near and dear to my heart. This one is actually one of my original samples. I'm sorry because it's stained and it's faded. It looks kind of gross, but I'll tell you what, I have used this ever since I made it, and this is my favorite dishcloth. The center of it is made up with seed stitch, so if you can see, the texture is very bumpy, and it makes a really, really good scrubby surface for dishes. This would make a good exfoliating washcloth too. I have not used it as a washcloth. I've just used it for my dishcloth, you know, I've just used it in the kitchen, but it's one of my favorite. And you can see it is rather small. This was the original size of it. The pattern directions are for a 7x7" dishcloth. After washing it, it does shrink, so you can kind of see the shrinkage that happened there, but when you wet it and go to use it, it does stretch out a bit. So I do really like this size. It really is the perfect size for washing dishes, but this one is for sure a crowd pleaser. And handmade, whether it's crochet or knitted dishcloths, they are the best, and they just work the best. And this is a testament to just how good these are, and it's fully intact. I think one of my other ones that was a sample, one of my other samples that I did use, I ended up accidentally cutting it with a knife. So, you know, that would have happened to a normal one, you know, a regular store-bought dishcloth too. But I can't believe how well that this has held up over the years. So if someone buys this, they are investing in their future. Next up is another dishcloth project, and that is my Farmhouse Table Dishcloths. These are super fun because, you know, you make them in all sorts of different colors. You know, you could do some neutrals, but this is just another great addition for any dishcloths you might be making for your shop or for your market. This doesn't have seed stitch like the other one, but it does have this, it's designed to have like a little garter bump every so often. and that makes a really great scrubby surface too. So these ones are about the same size. It's about a 7 by 7 inch dishcloth, and then of course, you know, it does shrink in the wash, but when you wet it and go to use it again, it does stretch back out. So I do recommend that you keep it the same size that I wrote in the pattern. This is another great item to stock your shop with. And lastly, I have my candy corn coasters. These are so fun. They're super cute. They're perfect to have around the house in the fall time, you know, in September, October, fall, Halloween. These work up super fast too. They're made up with just an acrylic worsted medium 4-weight yarn. And you could totally probably make a set in about, you know, an episode and a half of Downton Abbey or whatever your favorite show is. They're really cute to sell as a set. So you can make just a stack of 4 and, you know, tie them up with a ribbon and then just sell them that way. You could do a stack of 8, 12, however many you want to do. I think that these would be a really great addition to your market stall and your shop. So there you have it, 10 quick and easy knit and crochet products to restock your shop and get ready for your next market. And once again, you'll find the link to the blog post with all of these patterns linked in my description box below. I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!